Man, I recorded this review without pushing record. So I'm starting all over again. That's okay. Um, I'm not. I'm new to this. I'm not a pro. So, but anyway, I want to talk about this new book. You know, when I come to looking for new books, there's two things that'll get me hooked: a great cover and the number one in the corner. And this has both of those. We have this, badass younger Wolverine number one. So you're getting, if not a new story arc, a new story altogether. So I gave it a try. I bought it off the rack, and I was not disappointed. Before the last page, I was on Previews World subscribing. I'll read you the synopsis. I'll give you my thoughts on it. It's not so. Mutants are genetically gifted individuals with extraordinary abilities, which makes them targets of humanity's suspicion and violence. After an exodus from the nation of Krakoa, many young mutants have come to New York City. Here, they live in hope of safety, of freedom, and a better future, and sometimes of just surviving the day. But they're determined to make it. This mutant community, this is Mutant Pride, this is NYX. Um, and so this is an X-Men story, hence the title, New York X. I think this is a very genius way to, approach this because I'm not an X-Men fan. I don't get me wrong, I'm not a Marvel hater. I love me some Captain Marvel. I love anything Avengers. When it comes to the books, I ain't watched an Avenger movie in years. I don't know what's going on in the cinematic universe. I'm an old nerd. I like paper. But yeah, the X-Men stuff really never gets me. I got a little bit in Wolverine, and I read the 2022-2023 Storm series that they put out. But even those, as much as I enjoy the character, they kind of drug for me at times. And so this is a great way to introduce the X-Men without having the, history of that. But still, the X-Men fans will know what's going on in this universe. And not to say that the X-Men are bad. My opinions are just my opinions. I realize that not everything is written for me. So there is no X-Men hate here. It's just not my preference. The protagonists in this story are Kamala Khan and Sophie Kaku, who I was not familiar with Sophie. I was a big fan of Miss Marvel before she got reincarnated as mutant, and I got the first issue of her mutant series. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I thought it was very cool that it got the young actress who played her to be a part of the writing team. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is hip. It's young mutants feeling disenfranchised, frustrated, trying to balance being a hero, being a mutant who was out and about in a new city where there was yes acceptance but undercurrent of hate, and almost a mutant civil war, similar to what was going on with Professor Xavier and Magneto. It's a fun book. It's $4.99, but you get your money's worth. I mean, it's a big book that doesn't slow down and it doesn't waste your time, and it leaves you wanting more. I mean, this is knocked out park. Number one issue, great covers. And the alternate covers are cool too. You get to see her along with other supporting characters in this book, and it really, it draws from what's going on in society right now with, culture war, but in a way that is relatable and doesn't seem preachy or just a downer. And so I think, it's a great social commentary without being heavy handed. So that's my thought. Get it if you can. I got mine, like I said, I wasn't subscribed. I was scrolling through Coffee and a Comic. Saw they had an extra one, added it to my cart. And what else did I do? I put in code OLDNERDWY. Why is that code special, Charles? Well, me being an old nerd Wyoming, I got my own discount that is available to my watchers at coffeeandacomic.com. OLDNERDWY will get you 15% off of your order, and they have a crazy summer sale going on. With Gold Summer and selected back issues, you get 80% off. I I got a whole bunch of back issues and books that I enjoyed for some friends, and a lot of books I was kind of iffy or questioning about getting 80% off. You can take that chance, and even if you don't dig it, it's even nothing lost. So check them out, coffeeandcomic.com. Say hi to Jeff. Use code OLDNERDWY. Let them know that Charles sent you, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I'm going to, and I am out.